Welcome back, everybody. My next guest is an author. An author? Ooh. Ooh. It's like someone who does tweets, but for a long time. He's also a Time magazine columnist. A magazine's kind of like a papery blog.
Yeah, that's right.
Right. He's a good friend of this show, the excellent Joel Stein, everybody. Joel Stein. Wow, these are very interesting socks.
You have very interesting socks.
Well, these are tights. These are tights.
Oh, they go all the way up?
Yeah. Which is, I know, an odd thing to wear this late in the season, but
Don't you feel like society's forcing us into these kind of socks? Like, these aren't the socks I would normally choose. I would choose a conservative sock.
Yeah, me too. I would wear a conservative sock, but my wife makes me wear socks.
We have the same wife. No, we actually...
I knew she was sneaking out to get up to something. Yeah, but don't you live in New York?
No, I live... I've been on... By the way, you ask me this every time.
I know, that's why I asked you it.
This is my 4th time on the show, which is the record.
No.
I didn't Google it, but I'm pretty sure.
No. I think the most times on the show is... Who is it? Kristen Bell, I think, with like 15 or 16. Now, to be fair, Kristen Bell is a beautiful, attractive, talented, funny actress. And you're nice, but, you know.
She just Skyped with my son.
What?
My 5-year-old son. My 5-year-old son hates the movie Frozen, which he's never seen, but just, it's invaded his life in a way that, as adults, we can't imagine. Like, he had to sing it in school. Girls are always singing it, dressed like it. He goes to his dance class. They make him dance to Frozen. So he hates it. And he wanted to talk to someone in charge. So we Skyped with Kristen Bell, and he asked her lots of questions, like, why did you do this? Did you think about boys at all? Yeah. He asked her a lot of good questions that she hadn't heard before, because she'd been getting a lot of positive response about it.
Right, yeah. Well, it's an almost universally loved movie, so...
it was a tough call for her.
Yeah, I bet it was.
She handled it really well.
Well, she's very... You know, that's why she's often here.
Yeah.
Yeah. She can make anyone look like a good interviewer. That's why I sit her in that chair. So, listen, ever been to Japan? I was there about a month ago, and it was awesome. It stayed with me.
I've always wanted to go to Japan.
Have you never been?
I've never been to Japan.
Oh, you should go. It's awesome.
Did you do, like, I picture some creepy, weird, video gamey kind of stuff. Did you do any...
That's my house. Yeah.
Did you do any stuff like that?
Yeah. I went with my 13-year-old son, and we were just like a father-son trip, and we kind of went around some weird game places that he wanted to go to.
What kind of weird game places?
Well, you know, they've got all these things, you know, the weird games that, I don't know, I didn't play them. I had a coffee next door and sent them in. I don't know.
Did you bring a nanny?
No, man, I just sent them in there.
What were you doing?
Having a cup of coffee outside. Well, yeah, he's 13, he's 5'9", and he's in Tokyo. He's fine.
But you traveled with him to spend time with him. And
I did. I spent time with him, a lot of time with him. I just didn't spend time in the video game parlors.
There's a lot of holes in your story. There's no coffee in Japan.
There's great. There's a Starbucks every 10 feet.
Last night, a month ago,
yeah,
I went to the the Major League Gaming Championships, where you sit, thousands of people gather and watch people compete in video games.
Was this a journalistic thing you were doing, or did you genuinely want to see this?
It was a journalist.
Yeah, because no one would have.
No, and people were wearing the jerseys of the people they were rooting for, of the teams they were rooting for.
Really?
And cheering, yeah.
It's almost like the World Cup, but Americans are more interested in the... So, what else have you been up to? Any RV trips, anything like that?
I took an RV to Burning Man once.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I can't imagine you at Burning Man. You're a little bit kind of...
Do you know Walter Isaacson, who wrote that book on Steve Jobs? And
Yeah.
He was my boss. He was the editor of Time, and I took him to Burning Man in an RV.
Why?
And Hunter S. Thompson was supposed to come.
Hunter S. Thompson was supposed to come, but this is a while ago then.
This is a while ago.
Yeah.
And I was supposedly in charge of managing Hunter S. Thompson.
Nobody managed Hunter S. Thompson.
I was very frightened of him. And I talked to him on the phone, and the first thing he said was, "Can I bring guns?"
I still miss Hunter S. Thompson, don't you?
I mean, I miss anyone that we've lost, but he scared me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's healthy, though. I think that's an appropriate response to... You must have been a fairly young journalist dealing with Hunter S. Thompson.
I was very young. I was like 27. I was hired at Time, and the editor, Walter Isaacson, said, come up to my office. I get there. It's Johnny Depp and Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this isn't the Time magazine I expected at all.
Yeah.
And they're drinking whiskey, and Hunter has like a bowl that he's smoking out of. Like,
oh, how surprising. I wonder what
and spilling it on like this probably centuries-old rug in the editor's office, and yelling at Johnny Depp, who he made read his story out loud for not getting the rhythms right.
I like that Johnny Depp surrounds himself with people that yell at him and stuff, though. It's healthy. Because there's too many kiss asses around. You know what I mean? It's nice that he finds a guy that goes, damn it, do it properly, like that.
And has a gun on him, probably.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ah, good times, yeah. You don't get that so much with the tweeters now, do you?
No.
Are you on the Tweety?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not proud of it, though.
I kind of come and go with it. Sometimes I find it quite interesting and fun, and then other times I think this is just a big, giant chat room, and I can't take it anymore.
Wow, there's a lot of emotions to go through over Twitter. I don't know if it's worth that much of your heart.
Well, you know, sometimes when people say mean things, it hurts my feelings.
Oh, you're not used to that yet? Like...
Oh. I agree, you'd think I would be, but I'm not.
Sorry, I said that wrong. I didn't mean that people dislike you personally. I just meant you're on TV and they're hated. It wasn't personal.
I didn't take it personally,
right,
but now you're saying it like that. Now I'm thinking it's personal. So it kind of was personal, so what's going on with you? Are you in therapy by any chance?
My mom's a therapist.
Your mom is a therapist? Therapists always have the craziest kids. Are you very crazy?
Average. Crazy. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. So let me see. Manifests itself in, my guess, is a lot of obsessive compulsive behavior.
Like what? What are you guessing? What do you see?
You know, touching things a certain amount of time.
Oh, like David Sedaris style?
Excessive washing, a lot of washing.
No, I should wash more.
Pubic manicuring.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've made a lot of different topiary that you'd be surprised by. Some of it Frozen themed, which
that's
didn't go over well. Yeah.
No, don't do that.
No one wants to know.
No one wants to see.
I am in my house.
Well, does your wife enjoy your work?
I've been married for 12 years, so hasn't noticed. That's horrible. Of course she's.
Yeah, of course
she would notice.
Of course she would notice if you were teasing your pubes into some kind of art.
I feel so exposed right now.
Well, you're on TV. Yeah. It has that effect.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate tweets about my.
Oh, don't pay any attention to the hate tweets. I've given it up.
What's the hate tweet that really hurt you the most emotionally?
I don't know that they end. I block them so quickly that I can't.
It hurts for the moment, then you let it go.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like just getting a little slap, and then I thought, well, there's no fun in this. I can be slapped, you know, properly by a professional.
They're on Twitter too, by the way. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
There's Twitter hookers? That's where I was going with this. Where were you going?
I was going there. I'm starting to backtrack.
No, come on.
No, there are professionals on Twitter
that will, you know, you pay them money, they'll send you hate tweets.
No, I think it's more marketing that they're doing there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I must go and have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll make you feel better about Twitter. Like when you have a really dark moment on Twitter, you can cheer yourself up.
I don't know. Usually if I have a dark moment on Twitter, I just turn it off.
Yeah. That seems healthier.
Are you big in the social networking then? You got a
You're obsessed with this.
Facebook?
Facebook, yeah. Yeah. You know, I was somewhat early on Twitter, and they gave me millions of followers when I first started.
Wow.
They put me on a suggested users list, and I felt the need to try and entertain them. And I didn't want that pressure. I don't like it.
Yeah, I know.
And I lose Twitter followers by the hour. I'm down. I've lost probably 100,000 Twitter followers over the years.
How many have you got now then?
Like 900,000.
Loser. Well, we're out of time.
Thanks for having me on.
Are you going to any summer vacation?
Yeah, I'm just back east to see family.
That'll be nice.
You're welcome to come.
I'll see what I can do. Joel Stein, everybody.